I can talk about Heather, and I wish her husband was fine. That's all I can tell you. I can talk about my landlord for the past 2 years for not, digging into me, Mr. Outlander. That's why I said up front. I can talk about Bonnie. I'm sorry I keep calling you Bonnie, but I can't help it because I love you. And I know. And it's you think you're getting in trouble every time you call the commandant's wife by her first name, but I'll take my pickles. Sorry the boss could be here, but yeah, I didn't want to do this. A lot of my friends know that. I didn't want to do a retirement ceremony. Who set me up for the shit? The sergeant. You're going to have to earmuff. The sergeant major and the commandant. Outgoing commandant, incoming commandant, outgoing sergeant major, incoming sergeant major. Now I'm going to pump them all out and say, what the hell aren't you doing here? My dead end here. I thank all my friends, and I'm sorry because I'm speaking like a Pulp Fiction movie. I'll thank all my friends that came in from out of town. I appreciate you seeing me one last time like this. Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, I'm looking for Carl back here. Nobody knows him. He's raise your hand, Carl. Thank you. This Marine Anglican that decides to get out and go in the Army. I'm attached as a direct support JTAC in 2006 to the 1st Iraqi Army. This guy's in the mid team. I see him with his gold wings and his tie ball. I'm like, hey, partner, who are you with? We start chit-chatting. And I got stupid-ass videos of me dogging him when we're on patrol under Mobby during firefights because he's carrying an AK-47 in his Army ACUs. Another story. I can talk about some of my newest friends, and that's why they're sitting right here. My neighbors for the past 2 years. I can talk about Dan Nosson. Dan, please raise your hand. Now, I won't punk him out for being an NSW SEAL. I'll punk him out is for stepping on a landmine and losing both legs above the knee. And that's how I met him. I met him in Bethesda, just like I do a lot when I go by and see patients. Talk to him about, hey, partner, I can show you how one leg works. Now we became friends. I can talk about John and Kelly Leroy. Raise your hand, brother. For keeping me out of trouble when I was a happily married man. Because he's a perfect man to have as a friend. We trucked around in Okinawa, Fort Sill, back all over the place. We talked about Jim Merritt. Please raise your hand, Jim. Wounded Warrior Project, bilateral below the knee amputee from Vietnam. Being one of the guys that first thing he meets me and goes, hey, where'd you come from, Marine? Like, yeah, I came from Bethesda, sir. He goes, why didn't I ever give you a milkshake? I'm referred to as a milkshake man. He'd come by every Wednesday-ish, go through the floor, Walterine, and pass milkshakes out to all the wounded warriors. We talk about Colonel Tim Maxwell. Please raise your, if you get there, you go. For really establishing an environment that would allow somebody like me to be retained on active duty and be given the latitude to redeploy. Be given the latitude to even have the opportunity. I'd like to thank Major General Moore, fellow prior Oklahoma Marine. My hometown, as a kid, I had a real good friend of mine named First Sergeant Gene Beck, retired reconnaissance Marine. And that's how I come to know, Major General Moore now. I think Bill McLeod, why he's sleeping over there. And his wife. Me and Bill are about to go on an adventure to document what it's like to overcome adversity in life. It's going to get emotional again. He kept poking. Let's write a book. He's wrote books. He's got them at Harvard. He's got everything. And he's a teacher from Oklahoma. But he's also a Vietnam veteran. He says, Spanky, just come, or, Spanky Billy. Spanky Billy goes back and forth. I always know it's Billy and Skull. Come over. I just want to talk to you about this. No. I had the unfortunate situation to be given a book when I was in Walter Reed. Thought it sucked and said, that burned me forever. He says, well, just hold on for a second. Just hold on. Goes off into the house, comes back. He's got a letter that I wrote him when I was a Lance Corporal in Desert Storm. And he kept that letter. Why? No reason. He didn't see my future in the last 5 years back in 1990. And I went, if I do it, it's going to be with you. And he came all the way from there, or all the way to here from Briar. Thank Mike Finnerty back there for pouring me heavy Guinnesses in an old Evans Grill downtown. So I sneak in, Mike. I can think animosity between now Major Demetriadis and Major Morales, 2 lieutenants and captains when we stood 5th Angle Club together, and we were whopping 18 of us roughly. And I said, hey, you guys are all going to Thailand for the tsunami relief. I think my turnover major here, go and raise your hand there, get blown up right before you leave. 1st Angle Co when I'm coming over to 2nd Angle, out of 5th Angle Co to relieve. They were leaving Ramadi as I was coming in Ramadi. He gets bit. That was last week. Things were last week in here. I thank all of them. I don't know how to thank all of them. So you all keep freaking balling like a little girl. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for my mentorship. Thank you for the latitude. Because everybody knows I'm a rambunctious little guy. You know, if you put me on the leash, I'll just bark like a bad Lance Corporal. If you let me off the leash, sometimes I can get the job done. I'll leave you with this. I've had the best opportunity in the world to lead Marines in combat. I will never forget, I wish they could be here. Once an MSgt, he's back redeployed. A guy named Sergeant Huerta. He was a Lance Corporal and a Corporal Huerta. He was part of my buddy team when we were in Ramadi. I had my 4-man team split into 2 teams when we would do bounty and overwatch across the streets. For a lot of you guys that serve, you know what we're talking about. Huerta was always on my 6. There's not a picture alive from 2006 where Huerta was not on my 6 covering me with assault. The day I was shot, it was 2 of the NSW operators and me and Huerta in the middle of the street, suppressing to drag another guy in. When I got shot, that young Marine proved to me what I knew of my leadership capabilities at that time. As I told him, and Mitchell, the kid I pushed out of the way, get under cover, just get out of the way. And I'm laying in the middle of the street. Huerta, one of the NSW guys, runs out to grab my paraclete and start dragging it. Huerta takes a round right through the chest. Plate stops it, but it knocks him cold on his ass. I'm not thinking because all I'm doing is shooting. That is what I'm going to miss. You know, my friends that have already retired, when they say it's bittersweet, that's what I'm going to miss. I'm not going to miss what my accomplishments might be. Who gives a crap? I'm going to miss that young Marine that's going to teach me more, allow me to learn more than I've ever learned in 22 years of service. What they'll do for their brothers. What they'll do for you when you tell them to follow me. And that's how I always try to live. I never wanted my kids to think that I wouldn't step in front of something that they could not step in front of themselves. So, if you remember anything about me, it's not this. It's not this. It's that I'll miss Marines. Thank you.